Item number 14 would be the monthly financial statement.
We are at 75% of the budget. Some of the salaries are a little high because we had 5 weekly payrolls, 3 bi-weekly payrolls in the month of March. So that makes some of our payroll figures a little high. Our total general fund revenue is at 97%, so that's well above what we had budgeted. Our construction permits are high due to what do you want to say? New housing.
Permits,
Yeah,
yes.
is that the only thing? The new subdivision is the main cause for the increase in the construction permits. The video bingo is a little more than we budgeted. We kind of made a change, and we didn't really know how to budget, so we budgeted $20,000, but through March we've received $30,974. On our expenses in general fund, some of them are a little high, some of them are a little low. Our total operating expenses in general fund came to 80%, which is just 5% above what we should be. If you add in our capital outlay, it's at 94%, but we show capital outlay projects $355,000, and we had grant monies $232,000 to offset that. So the majority of that we've received grants for. Utility system fund revenue is at 80%. Our expenses, our total operating expenses, are at 66%. So that's really made us, if you look at page 12, that's made our revenue over our expenses in utility system fund at $164,000 today. So that we're doing really good in the water and sewer department. We'll be working on the budget in the next month or two for the next fiscal year, and kind of base it on these figures on 3/4 of the way through. We'll kind of use this as our guideline to budget for next year.
So Roxy, the city is looking favorably within the budget.
The utility system fund is really good right now. The general fund, there are some items that are high. We've discussed every time the administrative expense is at 99%, but there's other expenses through here that are lower and kind of makes it end up being. I mean, there's several line item expenses that are higher than the 75%. But we've talked about them all along. The community center, we had budgeted $8,000. We didn't really know how much we would use and exactly when it would be open. We did have a little over $8,000 roof repair, so that's kind of made that one high. And we did have some extra work that we've done at City Hall this year. That one was a little high. But overall, it's 80% for operating in general fund, and that's good.
Are we looking at this time? Are we looking at two financials instead of one? Even though you basically coming off of the March, but we also had February that we
had February and March.
Yeah, we received them now. Based on not necessarily the past, but also procedure. We must receive these things each month if we're going to keep up with them. So whoever's in charge of that needs to make note of that, because the council has to make a decision in approving these financials at each month's activities. So let's be aware of that and make sure that we're aware of the procedure and also aware of the responsibilities of the council.
Mr. Gilman, the people that were responsible for it has been council. There was some things that has occurred here just recently, and procedures of office procedures and handling the process has been changed, mainly because of the unfamiliarity and recently going to that type of system that we're under right now was the result of miscommunication and Roxy not having the information that she needed when she needed it. But that has been corrected, so there shouldn't be any other situations where there should be labor. With our general funds, it's something that I guess that we see that the administration costs at 99%. Some of the salaries that were paid out of the salary based upon previous years that I was not aware of when I came on with that. For an example, my secretary's salary was being paid out of the utility fund, and there was no discussion as to where these people would come on. When we hired them, we just assumed that they would continue to be paid out of the same fund that they had always been paid out of. So as a result of that, it kind of raised up the administration portion of the general fund.
Then at this time, you're not going to ask for an amendment of any type to adjust at this time because of the 5% rule?
Because our total overall is still within our 5%, so I think we'll be good. I think we're good for
Okay.
Okay. Do we have anything else or anyone else who would like to come before the council before we proceed to close? Okay. Not seeing. Yes. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Make a motion for both. February and March.
I missed
I
part.
make a motion to approve both February and March.
Okay, good.
Second.
It has been properly moved that we approve the treasury report, financial report for February and March. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposes, say aye. Nay. The ayes have it. Let the record reflect that it was unanimously approved.